So I shared in an earlier video that I have rheumatoid arthritis, and this is something that I was not diagnosed with until about a decade ago, but I had issues from my early 20s. I'm in my early 40s now. But I was in my 20s and the doctors just assumed that my issue must be physically related. I used to be a runner, and they told me I had dislocated or not aligned kneecaps, and that my cartilage was worn out, and just came up with all these reasons as to why I was feeling the way I was. And it wasn't until much later that I finally got to the point that the pain was so severe that I had an MRI from a rheumatologist who saw significant inflammation in both of my knees. I had pain in other joints, but the thing is my lab work was always good, or pretty normal, and so they never quite believed that I was as sick or whatever when things never looked that bad on paper. But I knew that I wasn't feeling right. I shouldn't walk like a 80-year-old woman when I'm 25, but I did. And so the pain just became part of my life. I started to accept that it was just the way it was, and I didn't know that I could feel better. And honestly, it wasn't until 5 or 6 years ago that I started realizing that something had to change, because I was getting immobile. The pain was so severe. I was going to have to go on a lot of medication that I didn't want to be on. And so I started looking into alternative holistic therapies and finally started making some positive changes in my life. And that's what brought me to create this page, is everything that I've learned over the last 4 to 5 years on this journey.